Hello friends and yogis, this is Rev Shelley. I am in the beautiful Glen Park Picnic Grove in Portsmouth, and I'm so glad to share this space with you in this short and sweet practice. We're going to focus largely on hips, spine, hamstrings, a little bit for the quads as well. So if you are a soccer player or a runner, or you do any of those kind of cardio activities that tend to tighten and firm and tone the lower body, we're gonna try to open some of that up. And you will need 2 blocks if you have them, and a strap or a makeshift strap. All right, so let's begin. I'm gonna encourage you to take your 2 blocks and place them side by side like this. We're gonna make a little platform to sit on. We're going to gather our attention into this time and space, knowing that it's precious to be on the mat. It's an honor, it's a privilege to guide you. And as we start to gather our attention, our energy, starting to connect with our physical body, our breathing, our senses, I like to begin with the mind and gathering some of our thoughts together. I'm reading to you from Your True Home, a book by the great Zen Buddhist teacher Thich Nhat Hanh. And this is called Awareness of the Body. In sitting meditation or yoga, the first thing is to be aware that you are in a sitting position. Then you can sit in a way that brings you calm, solidity, and well-being. We can notice the position of our body in each moment, whether we are sitting, walking, standing, or lying down. We can be aware of our actions, whether we are getting up, bending down, putting on a jacket, or in a yoga stretch. Awareness brings us back to ourselves, and when we are fully mindful of our body and living in the here and now, we are in our true home. I love that. Awareness brings us back to ourselves, and when we are fully mindful of our body and living in the here and now, we are in our true home. What a great theme for a yoga practice. Let's gather left hand over the heart, pausing to consider that there might be a place inside each one of us that can feel like true home. So welcome yourself home. Like your yoga mat is your bed and your breath is your pillow. And let's gather right hand on top of the left with just a shared intention that as each one of us connect with the quality of peace, we can spread peace in our own little spheres of influence and perhaps on a larger scale, like the ripple effect of peace starting and emanating with us. And let's let the hands drop out in front of us for a moment. Let this practice be an offering to your well-being. And gently turn the palms over. The hands land right there on the knees. You're gonna do a little seated cat and cow. We're gonna start warming up the spine. So we're gonna lean back, not falling off the blocks. Or maybe you've decided you wanna bolster instead, or none of the above and you're just sitting flat on your mat. That would be perfectly fine. So we're gonna start to rock forward and back, initiating the movement with the pelvis. So the pelvis tilts forward, right? As you lift the heart slightly, relax, open your shoulders. And then as the pelvis tilts back, we round the spine and we allow the chin to fall toward the chest. So let's do that rocking along with the breath, inhaling, coming forward, and exhaling, leaning back. Starting to sip the breath in and out through the nose. Feeling that the more present we become, possibly the deeper we can experience our breathing. The more we can bring these separate parts of our body into a little bit more of a feeling of an integrated body. Nice. So in and out through the nose. Exploring a deeper breath as you go along. And then finding ourselves seated right back up. Stack your spine. Ease any way possible the lower body toward the earth. So you've got this sense of connection to the ground. This will be a seated practice, so we're really into being down on the ground. And then lift your right ear up toward the sky. Sink your left ear to your left shoulder. Pause. Make sure your jaw is relaxed so the lips stay together, but the teeth are separated. Jaw is soft. And then for a couple of nods, turn your nose down towards your left elbow. Gently turn your nose up toward the sky any amount and just flow back and forth like this. These little head nods, side leaning. Relax that right side of your neck. Beautiful. Pause with your head over to the side. Take that right hand off the right knee and stretch out through your right fingertips, even flexing through the wrist so you're pressing out through the right palm. The head is leaning to the left, comfortably placed, whatever's good for you. Beautiful. Tip your head back up. Gather your right arm in front of your left and catch your right elbow with your left hand. Draw it in, and then maybe you can move the placement of the left hand further up the arm as you allow your right palm to softly drape over your left shoulder and pull that upper arm in towards your chest. Smooth the breath out. Tilt your head to the left one more time, sinking right shoulder down. Good. Head floats back up. Take this right arm now behind you. Bend the right elbow. Slide the tips of your fingernails along the back of your waistband. And with your left hand, catch your right hand. Draw it any amount towards your left side waist. Rest the shoulders down and open and take a breath here. Once again, tip your head to the left. Breathe into that relaxation and that deep stretch from your right earlobe to your right shoulder, all the way back around behind the body to the fingertips. Good, and then just let all that go. Give it a good shake out. Lean back and reverse the cross of your legs, or rearrange your legs in another complementary position and recenter, re-ground down. And now just tip your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel that the spine remains long, so the bending is primarily up in the neck and maybe a tiny bit into the upper back. And then turn your nose down towards your right hand, back up. A few times here, this nodding of the head with the side bending of the neck. Easy, no compression between the teeth, not creating tension. Good. Bring your head back to a neutral position. Reach out through your left fingertips. And you can just be very gentle with that hand to the side, or you can flex the left wrist and press out through your left palm. Allow the head to continue to fall toward the right shoulder. Breathe in, breathe out. Next out breath, bring your head back up. Cross over with the left arm. Cup with the right palm to bring that upper left arm closer to your chest. Position the hand where it's helpful. Softly relax your left palm over your right shoulder. Spend a moment or two drawing upper left arm in toward the chest. Breathe. Tilt your head to the right. One more time. Stretching left side of the neck. You might feel that stretch all the way into the upper back. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Shake it out. Excellent. So we're going to come off the blocks and we're going to place them forward and on off to the side, along with your straps, so we're ready for that. And then we're going to lean back and lengthen out the legs with your heels toward the front corner. And then we will be taking those blocks and slide them underneath the crease of the knee, so kind of behind the kneecap. Rock from one hip to another. You can draw the padding of the buttocks back a little bit. Sit up nice and tall and slide your right hand towards your right knee, maybe even down the right shin a little bit. Take your left hand back behind you. Push into your left palm or fingertips firm the left arm so it acts like a kickstand and keeps you up nice and tall. And start an open body twist to the left. So we're going to incorporate this deeper breathing here. Inhale, sinking all the way down into your lower abdomen. Exhale, draw the navel in, slow and steady, rotate around, and you can use your right hand to push down into the right knee or the right shin and rotate around. All right, so we'll be here for a handful of breaths. You can cross that right hand over if you want and kind of catch the left knee outside of the left calf or left thigh. Rotate a little deeper. Spend a few moments floating the chin slightly up and slightly down. Keep the rotation going. And kind of finish off with another breath or two here. Turning. Maybe a deep exhale through an open mouth would feel good. Turn back to the center. Before the other side, let's just softly fold down. Let your body drape forward. I like to let my forearms drape across my shin bones. Give your head a little wag. We're not pulling and tugging, but we are leaning, looking to open up the low back a little bit more. Maybe that little shimmy side to side helps you get into the low back, mid back, up back. Good. And then draw your navel in. Use some of your lower abdominal muscles to help your spine restack and just feel it or imagine it. Right? Just stacked right back up. And the left hand stays put, the right hand comes behind us. We're going to come into a seated semi-straddle twist here to the right. You're really utilizing that right hand behind you, whether it's on the fingertips or it's flat on the palm. And let's twist to the right. Inhale to that soft, relaxed belly, and then the exhale, activate core, draw up on the pelvic floor, engage your lower abdomen. Rotate around. Offer yourself a relaxing exhalation through an open mouth. Cross that left arm over if you want to kind of close the twist in the upper body. Nice. Let's release that. Come back forward. And once again, drape down. Your hands could go in the direction of your feet, or you can drape your forearms across your shins. Rock your torso left and right. Moving slowly and mindfully, with as much awareness as you can muster. And then we're going to restack the spine, and we're going to come down just for a 5-breath pause on our back. So, however that would work for you, ease it on down. You can keep those blocks behind your knees if you want to. Bring your arms up overhead. Point your toes. Give a stretch out through your legs. Stretch back to your fingertips. Get as long and extended as you can with an in-breath. Out-breath, relax, soften down, and observe. Cycle or circle your awareness through your body. Kind of gliding up and down, noticing what feels harmonious. If you encounter places of pain, just pause and breathe kindness into the areas of pain. And then draw your knees in towards your chest and give them a nice little hug in. Rock side to side, loosen up your low back. Good. Stay like that. I'm going to take my blocks out and go sideways. I think it might be more beneficial for you if I do that. Rocking side to side, and then arms out into a T shape with a grounding sense of your palms right down on the ground. And with our feet elevated and our knees in over our rib cage, drop your knees left and then right. And go back and forth here a few times. I want you to, hopefully this feels nice. Your low back pressing down. Your feet stay soft. You're rotating around the waist, and consider allowing your knees to drop a little further from side to side as you rock back and forth. You're activating the core, right? Initiating a twist in the lower half of your spine because the head and shoulders and arms are staying anchored. And the next time your knees drop over to the left, just let them come all the way over. So you're gonna roll onto the outer side of your left hip. You could use a block between your leg and the ground or not. You can tuck those kneecaps up towards your left underarm and maybe take your left hand on that top knee, roll your right palm up, and from a lengthened spine where it feels like your tailbone is pointing towards your heels, roll your upper body turning toward the right, encouraging the right shoulder to sink down. Breathing in and out, really feeling that stretch on the outside of your right hip. Beautiful rotation through the spine. Just kind of find your perfect blend of effort and ease. Kind of mark the fullness of the twist with an out breath. And then we're going to release the knees, come back, cross the center, pause for just one moment, feel centered, and then drop your folded legs to the right, all the way down. Feel the outside of your right hip down. Your right hand can assist the knees downward. Good. Lengthen your spine from your tailbone to the very crown of your head. Rotate, turning any amount to the right, sinking the right shoulder down. Slow, smooth, deep breaths. This balance between the heaviness of the legs drawing down to the right and this turning of the left shoulder and descending of the left ribs toward the ground. Good. Find a satisfying exhalation. Bring your knees all the way back up, bring them in, and then circle the knees around a few times in each direction. I like to bring the knees together and then apart and then back together to create these circles. And a little reversing of the direction. Nice, a little happy baby. So draw your knees toward your armpits, and you could just stay right here. You could slide your hands behind your knees, draw your kneecaps towards your armpits, or more classic version is elevating the heels, reaching up, grabbing the soles of the feet, drawing your thigh bones down outside your rib cage, and your feet face the sky like you could just walk on the underside of the clouds. And little rocks side to side. Really letting your body weight sink down onto the mat, helping get some healthy compression into the low back, massaging the kidneys and the adrenal glands. Tending to our vitality and filling our energy bank account. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Drop your legs down. Your legs form a diamond shape. You can kind of imprint your low back down toward the mat so your pelvis is a little bit more neutral. Elbows on the mat, hands can tip in and rest on your torso anywhere. Take a couple of breaths here, and obviously you'll feel the tightness and the resistance in the groin, but if you could just breathe softly and keep your jaw relaxed. Just allow those knees to drop open any amount. Take a couple of breaths. Ourselves back up to a seat. I'm going to bring my knees together, bring them in, and give one big rock to come up so you can see if that's something you want to do. And then we all find ourselves facing forward. Let's lengthen out left leg, bend the right knee, and prepare to use our blocks. Behind left knee goes one block, and outside of the right knee goes the other block. And then we're going to anchor down into our sitting bones and just observe the formation of the lower body. It's figure 4, like numeral 4. For me, going for a forward fold, really seeking to open the hips, low back, and the back of the left leg. So if you feel like you don't want or need a block, you can certainly take it out. I find that it makes the fold a little more possible. And then if you have a strap, and it could just be a couple of neckties tied together, or any makeshift strap, around the ball of the left foot. And then I like to take a little loop with my hands in the strap. But I'd like you to start in an upright position. So you're not yet leaning forward. And you can press out, put a little pressure into your left heel, and feel with your hands, you could pull back slightly on the ball of the left foot, even drawing the left toes back. And that is a lot of stretch for many of us. So if you're using the strap, you can tuck your elbows in by your side, start to lean and hinge forward. Feel the hip creases starting to fold a bit, your lower ribs coming closer to the legs, your chest. And you can stay right here, breathing into the sense of being grounded and extended out through the front heel. And you could take another wrap if you wanted to get closer to the foot. I want you to stay here for a couple of breaths with me. Let that tension dissolve out of your open mouth every so often. Then we're going to stack ourselves back up, and we're going to see about the possibility of lifting. As we lean back, lifting the left heel up. Float your elbows out wide. So now you've activated your chest, shoulders, arms. You're pressing out through that heel. We've still got our right leg supported on the block. You could put both straps in your left hand, support yourself with your right hand, and just see about coming out a little further. Press out through that left heel. Sit up tall and prepare to put your left leg down out in a straddle. Lay it down. Nice. Sit up tall for a moment. Relax. Good. Come on around. Switch hands. Put that strap in your right hand. Take your left hand back behind you. And now turn your body to face your left leg as much as you can. And with a little drawing action, bring your chest toward that right hand. Allow your head to fall forward. Push into your left fingertips. Move your chest toward the left thigh as best you can. Try to stay relaxed up in the head and the neck and the shoulders. Nice, good job. Sit ourselves right back up. I'm gonna unhook that and come to the other side. So I'm gonna lengthen out the right leg. Support with a block behind. Bend left leg. Support outer left knee with a block. Scooch down, sitting squarely into your seat. Sit up nice and tall as you find that strap around the ball of the right foot, taking a loop and remaining up tall for a moment. So not anticipating the next move. You're just right here, square in your seat. You got a little tension on the arms, so we're giving our arms some action. And you're gonna press out through that right heel, pulling the right ball of the foot back a bit, maybe with your own strength, pulling your right toes back. Nice deep breath. And then keep that action in the back of the right leg as you tuck your elbows in a little bit and start to lean forward, leading with the belly, the ribs, the chest. Right. Drawing your torso forward toward that right foot. Keep relaxing your left leg into the support of the block. Smooth out your breathing. You want to find aspects of ease right within the effort. One more breath out. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Take that moment to feel the length. And then lean back enough to lift your right heel up. Press through the right heel. Widen out through your elbows. Breathe in, breathe out. Hands, both straps, switch the right hand. Come on out for a moment. Press it out. Get ready to put that right leg down into a straddle on this side. come on around. Put both straps in your left hand. Take your right hand back behind you and turn towards your right leg. Continue to keep that right ankle flexed if you can, so you can keep that right heel activated out to the side. Rotate around. Breathe in, breathe out. Excellent. Let's turn to face back forward. I'm going to slip that strap off. Wonderful. So what I like to do is to cross the ankles and lean forward just for some moments of rest. You could take your blocks on and put your hands on the blocks if your hands don't reach the mat. Sway your upper body slowly but loosely side to side as you tilt forward and feel down into your hips. Low back, super relaxed in the shoulders, letting your head flow side to side. And then walking your body up, lean onto your left hand, take your right hand and grab the front side of your right ankle or the top side of your right foot. And then point your right kneecap toward the mat and place it on the mat. So a little quad stretch is part of our finish up. Draw that right heel in. Turn your torso to the left and keep stretching from your right hip crease out to your right kneecap. Apply whatever is beneficial pressure for you, pulling the heel in. Turn toward that left hand and just give a pulse or two and a little one-armed mini push-up. Back to center. Let's come around, switch it up. Right leg folds in, left leg comes back. Right hand supports us out to the side. You're gonna draw left heel to left hip. Push that left kneecap away from your body, place it down on the mat. And as you hold in, lengthen out from left hip crease to left kneecap. As you turn, rotate the trunk of your body in the direction of your right hand. And a few little mini push-ups here. Good. And then let's face forward. Bring that back foot around. Come into a seated position. If you need support, you can block the outside of your thighs with those blocks. You get to slide your eyes closed. This is the conclusion of the practice. So it's a short and sweet. But if you have an extra 5 or even 10 minutes and you can lay down and rest in Shavasana, that would be delightful. Be my wish for you. And if that's not the case, let's gather the hands in over the heart. Take 5 slow, deep, mindful, grateful breaths. Appreciate the fact that you did something really good for your body, your mind, your heart, your spirit by practicing with me. Coming back to the little reading I started with, and just the last line or two. Awareness brings us back to ourselves. And when we are fully mindful of our body and living in the here and now, we are in our true home. I want you to feel that sense of true home within you, a reservoir of strength and peace that you're a little more in touch with right now. And may it ripple out from you into the world. Just take the arms out, embracing the rest of this day or this evening. Inhale, hands overhead, palms meet, and glide this gesture of returning to center, thumbs to the heart. And I send each of you wishes for peace, health, and happiness now and always. Namaste.